There have been multiple times that I have developed romantic feelings for one of my male friends that was not reciprocated, and I felt rejected because of it. But guess what I didn't do? I didn't stop being friends with them because my initial intention was to be friends with them. Then I got romantic feelings. Okay, that's not reciprocated. I can be friends with you still. If you are just pretending to be friends with someone because of the chance that you might have a romantic relationship with them, then yeah, you're going to be annoyed when they say they just want to be friends. But when someone says that to me, it's like, okay, we're going to go back to where we started, and that's fine. And rejection is a normal part of dating and romantic life. But it's up to me to ask the question, why is it that almost every single time I get an emotional connection with a man, I start to have romantic feelings for them? Why is that? Is that related to my past and my issues? So I'm not going to blame them for that. And you shouldn't blame women who aren't attracted to you. Are you attracted to everybody? No? That's fine. We can still be friends with them, though. And not call it the friend zone like it's an insult. Because that's only an insult if you never intended to be friends with them in the first place.
Shut up, bitch!
While I believe there's some truth to this statement, I also look at it like this. Typically, if a man is friends with a woman, the woman already kind of knows what it is that he's after. I personally don't believe that men and women can be friends, because if you have an innate attraction to that person, it's just not going to work out. That's my personal opinion on it. Also, I think you learn as a young boy growing up, I think everybody's done this one time, and then after that you just kind of be like, yeah, this is just stupid. So you don't put yourself in that situation again. With that being said, also the friend zone is completely different for men and for women. For men, it's more emotional, like you become an emotional tampon. For women, it's more you become a human fleshlight, for lack of better terms. And at the end of the day, we all know what it entails. So if you put yourself in that situation, which that's the part that I agree with her with, it's a choice. And once a person has established I'm not feeling you like that, you should probably get away for your own mental health, if nothing else, because at that point you're just kind of just proving the point at that point. And then you can't really be mad if the person never gives you an opportunity. But also on the back end of this, which is what I want to talk about, is that the women can't be mad if they do give you an opportunity and you end up hitting and disappearing, because that's just part of the game. That's how I go. You see what I'm saying? If you got a dude sitting around for 2-3 years and you finally end up letting him, get in there on a moment of weakness type stuff, what you get is what you get, whether it's good, bad, or in between.
Picture it. 1996, I'm 18 years old and all the things are still in their right places. And it's one drunken night, I'm hanging out with all my friends and everyone's passed out, and I end up making out with this friend of a friend, this guy, whatever, right? So things are getting hot and heavy, and then I felt the thing. I felt the thing. When you were a kid, did you have the grandma that would send you in the backyard to get a switch? And you would go find the skinniest stick that you could find because you thought, well, this will hurt the least. Yeah. So I did tell him at that point that, oh gosh, I really don't want to ruin our friendship. This is stupid. We should stop. And I got the hell out of that situation. And then later on, I knew another girl that he ended up getting pregnant. And every time I saw her, I thought, oh, you poor girl, you're going through all that. And
Stop it. Get some help.
Man, at this point, I'm convinced that women only have experiences to be able to tell other women about their experiences, which is crazy to me, because this is a story from 1996. Lady, you don't even know if that man's still alive. Why are you telling his business? Anyway, regardless of the fact, you have the other side of this coin too. If you didn't enjoy what he was able to provide in that capacity, why do you care what he did with another person? Why is that even running through your mind? It almost seems like jealousy hidden behind trying to make a joke, just to be honest, because what does that mean, bro? Why is that even a thing? It could just be me, but hey, look, that just seems suspect to me. Why are you thinking about this man 30 years later? Because 1996 had to be a long time ago for her. That's all I'm gonna say.
So my friend went on a second date with this guy. We're at dinner yesterday and she was like, he's so nice. We get along. There's just not the chemistry. She's like, I don't think I'm attracted to him. I went on the second date to like try to see if I was. And I'm just like, no, I wish I was. I don't know. Like maybe I should just, no. We can date guys that maybe aren't the most attractive, aren't initially our type. They might be ugly, but you're attracted to them. Do you know what I mean? Someone could grow on you. You could like have sex with somebody. Like it could be fine. Like it could be a fine relationship. I dated a man for 4.5 years who was my best friend. Never looked at him and wanted to jump his bones. He got out of the friend zone, which may have been the worst thing that ever happened to him. There were moments that I was attracted to him. Things that he did that made him attractive. The way he treated me made him attractive. But at the end of the day, I just didn't have that initial, like when I saw him that I was like, ooh, googly eyes. And I kind of need that. Not everybody needs that, but I just don't think that you should have to like convince yourself that you think that this person is attractive. I think it's just so important to trust your instinct, because I ended up dating my ex-boyfriend. And then what broke us up was the thing that was kind of keeping us apart from the beginning, which was that I just didn't have that like feeling for him. Like we just didn't have that chemistry. As women, I think we're just so in tune with our bodies and how we feel and how somebody makes us feel. We're all just too hot, young, smart, and beautiful to be settling for somebody who doesn't make us a little wet.
Yeah, see, what I just heard was you just wasted somebody's time for 5 years. Plus money, resources, whatever that was, emotional bandwidth. Call it what you will. The reality of it is just this. Nobody likes to be in the friend zone, man or woman. When women are in the friend zone, they complain. When men are in the friend zone, they complain. The whole thing, though, is if you're going to say you shouldn't have to settle for this type of guy, whatever the case might be, then what's the reason for you keeping them in the friend zone? And I'll tell y'all right now, it's usually money and resources. Because at the end of the day, most people know if a person is head over heels for you, that they'll pretty much try to do anything to be in your presence. Some people, and they use that to their advantage, and they get what they want out of the situation. So when you're talking about settling for people and all that stuff, it's kind of like you playing a victim a little bit. Like, come on, like at the end of the day, you knew what you was doing, and to whatever degree, he had an idea of what was going on. I can't say he didn't know, because like you had to know. You had to know that this chick was not feeling you like that. There's usually signs. So that's crazy.
If you were thinking about giving that one guy a chance, it just keeps pursuing you. Like he just keeps popping back up over and over and over again. And you were like, maybe I should. Don't do it. It is a trap. And you didn't take the bait the first time. Don't take the bait the second time or the third or the fourth time. If you had wanted to be with him and it was meant to be, you would be with him, but you're not. Don't let him wear you down. Stay strong and you could do so much better.
See, there's a huge flaw with this lady's logic here, because that person that you're ignoring as in your friend zone could be your husband. Could be the person who was going to treat you exactly the way that you felt like you needed to be treated and do the positive things for you that was going to advance you in life and whatever. But it seems like nowadays most women don't care about that type of stuff, but then they cry about it over 40. So who knows what the real deal is. This is the end of the video, y'all. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified the next time that I upload. Join the Discord, link is in the bio, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Also, thank you everybody for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. I'm out.